He had just reached out to wash his hands, but the next second, he vanished into thin air. Henry was sick of this uncontrollable time jumping, randomly being thrown into the past or the future. What made it even worse was that every time he jumped, his clothes were left behind. So the very first thing he always had to do after landing was scramble to find something to cover himself. Because of this, being taken away by the police had become routine, but Henry never bothered resisting because he knew the next second he could vanish again without warning.
Jesus Christ.
This chaotic ability caused endless trouble for him. He would appear in bizarre outfits, or sometimes with nothing at all, yet fate seemed to have its own strange plan. Everywhere he jumped, he always ended up seeing the one person he could never stop thinking about. Slowly, he realized that maybe there was a deeper meaning hidden behind all this disorder. Until one day he saw a familiar figure. Henry immediately recognized her. It was his wife, only she was just 6 years old. He was 36 now, and she didn't even know how to tie her shoes yet. Henry told the little girl stories about the future, even describing what she looked like when she grew up.
Am I pretty?
Yes. Very.
Prove you're from the future.
Well, if you hang around long enough, you'll see me disappear.
Though they had just met, she already felt a strange closeness to him. Henry promised he would come back often and asked if next time she could prepare some extra clothes for him. That became a lifelong promise Claire kept. The moment they shook hands, the girl gasped in wonder. He really disappeared, just like in the fairy tales. From then on, Henry visited her again and again. Clothes waiting for him on the oak tree gave her a familiar, comforting feeling. Claire would chatter endlessly about little things in her life, while Henry often grew uneasy, afraid he'd suddenly vanish before hearing her finish.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Do you love her?
Yes. Very much.
When Claire didn't get the answer she wanted, she grew frustrated and started packing up angrily. She had thought Henry was the prince fate had sent her, but then she learned he was already married. Henry looked at her, torn between joy and regret. Revealing too much too soon might ruin the natural path of Claire's life. Yet being part of his wife's childhood was both sweet and absurd to him. This went on until Claire turned 18. But that day, Henry seemed heavy-hearted. Claire noticed immediately, yet no matter how hard she pressed him, Henry refused to answer.
Well, just once, one time, could you tell me the answer to something I'm asking you?
How could he explain the near zero chance of surviving when he reappeared shirtless in a frozen wasteland? How could he tell her about the depression and fear that consumed him every single day? So he chose to carry the shadow of death alone. Maybe because he knew his time was short, Henry suddenly stole Claire's first kiss. And from that day on, Henry never appeared again.